is 6:20 on a Wednesday, the 26th. And Nolan, what are we doing?
We are going to go study the blade.
Literally study the blade.
Okay, all you were out going to the bars on a Wednesday night. We were studying the blade. We're going to the Kumdo class, unsure on the pronunciation, but we were invited.
And they study the blade.
By Sensei Van. And we're gonna go learn. He said, bring a crew.
We're bringing. We've had some people bail, but
Yeah,
we still are bringing, I think, an appropriate amount. And the other thing is, this is our 800 sub special, and we're learning self-defense.
Yeah,
we're gonna learn how to protect ourselves. We're getting a little too big for our britches.
Mm-hmm.
People and at times freaks approach us. There's a cat. We avoided the cat, and we're learning how to protect ourselves just in case. There's a man. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Hopefully, next time you see us, we are in the dojo.
I'll be a better man.
So Sensei just texted us and told us we're not allowed to park in the gas station parking lot next to the dojo. We need to park in the street. So I don't know, maybe up a little bit, see if there's a possibility. There's no parking right here, so either in the alley or, I don't really know.
I don't know the alley.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with the alley.
Like
Is this
might not be?
Is this parking? This is all parking.
Yeah, this was not a problem at all.
No, not a problem at all. We're gonna park right here, and then we're gonna park, and then we're gonna go practice the blade.
This feels like
I didn't see a sign. We have a recording. We can watch it back.
I'm gonna go look too.
All right, here's the parking situation.
I think it's like a used car lot / parking.
Yeah.
I don't.
So this is what the issue is. We're not allowed to park there. They get mad at us, apparently. And we're going to Jung's Institute Taekwondo Academy.
I hope to learn maturity, danger, sky, growth, some rising sun.
I want to be courteous,
And maybe
focus,
maybe some
devotion, balance, and family. I think in here. Looks like Jung's Institute of Taekwondo has been going for 50 years, which is pretty cool.
Show the walks. There's some pretty sweet.
Dude, Jung might be the dude.
These uniting the world through martial arts.
Dude, that's sick. Yeah, there's martial arts.
Would you recommend Apple Watch, or could it get hit?
I'm not going to have you guys do sparring today, so you won't have to worry too much about that.
Okay.
Should you guys actually sign up for the full thing, I wouldn't recommend wearing anything on your wrist that will get broken. So, yes. Go ahead and hang out here. We're going to grab one more spare sword.
Dude. Master Jung is the dude. That's awesome.
I want this.
This is so sick.
Dude, anyone want to break some boards?
I don't think I could.
Guys, Apple Watch says in this type of you're the equivalent of a brisk walk.
I don't know.
So for you. Sorry for you. I asked for lots. Yeah. So, yes, we always bow when handing swords to each other, sign of respect thing. So, absolute basics. When you're standing with your sword and not holding it, you want to have it on your left side. You want to hold it right, actually underneath where the guard would be. You can feel there's a little, you can feel like the change to where the handles of the blade would be. I just ran out of plastic guards for the spare swords, so that's where we're at. So, yep, you'll have it there, and you actually want what would be the blade pointed up. So, yep, the curved side, just flip that over, and hold like that. I understand. Excellent. So, let's see. Nolan, right?
I'm Will.
Nolan. Connor. Jeremy. Eli. I promise I will forget all of those. I'm Dan. Nice to meet you as well. So, absolute basics. When we're standing around, not doing much with our swords, keep them relaxed down at your side. This is I'm not going to do anything threatening with my sword. Everything is fine. Then, one of the stances we'll go into is called Chanka, or ready sword. You'll hear me say this a lot. It means bring the sword up to your waist, move your thumb over. If you have a guard, you'll move that over the guard. That is, the point is to push the sword out of the scabbard, should you have one, and you're ready to draw your sword. When you go to draw, you're going to take your hand, hold like this, bring it up under the bottom so that the handle is resting in the crook of your thumb. So, like this, yep, up under the bottom, right there, just like that. So, yep, you wrap your hand around, step out, Pull the sword.
Oh my god.
Come up.
She's got her sword.
I promise you, this one's not sharp.
Okay. Oh my god. Threw me.
I use the steel one because I do cutting with a live blade during our black belt class, and this helps me get used to weight, speed, all the time.
Of course.
Everyone starts with wooden swords. Once you get to a certain point, you can move up to a dull metal one yourself, but that's a conversation we have much later on.
Okay.
So, basic position after you've drawn your sword. So, yep, go ahead, draw.
So when you draw, what's the... Like, I got a lot of...
He's giving pirate. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're giving pirate vibes?
So, your left hand is going to come all the way down here at the bottom. Your right hand is going to be one fist distance above. Now, you've probably seen European stuff where they hold their swords like this, which is fine if you don't have a curved sword.
What is that wrong?
A lot of things. So, I'm looking behind the scenes. That's hilarious.
I was trying.
So, so left hand down at the bottom, right hand one fist distance above. This allows you full range of movement without sacrificing any of your power. This allows you to do cool things like...
Oh.
So,
I'm backing up.
don't worry, I'm the one person you want to stand in for sharp objects. So, anyway.
What a flex.
So, your basic starting position. So, you got your hand position on the sword, that's all good. You're going to start feet shoulder width apart. Then, you're going to move your left foot back so that the toes of your left foot are on the same line as the heel of your right foot. Both feet pointing straight forward, and you want to lean forward just a little bit up on the balls of your feet. I should be able to slide a piece of paper underneath your heels.
On both feet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The reason for this stance is one of the big things about swordsmanship is quick, rapid strikes. And one of the ways to do this is when you go to strike,
Oh my god.
you can move very quickly when you're already poised to fall forward. If you feel like you're going to fall flat on your face, you guys ever, walk down a flight of stairs and there's one more step than you thought there was? You feel like you're going to fall and then suddenly you feel like you're stomped through the floor? I will teach you how to weaponize that. It is fantastic. You can generate a ton of power with it.
Forgot
So-
to start the upper watch.
Good. So, next thing is sword position. So your feet in the right place, your hands in the right place. Now your sword needs to be in the right place. Looks like we got one more person that just hopped in here. See you guys?
Yes.
Excellent. Nice.
Who is it? Oh.
Alright.
Can we use our swords against him?
So, none of you guys have signed paperwork and waivers yet. Have you bludgeon each other today? I will show you what that looks like when I will have Van and Dean over there
Oh my God.
hitting each other with...
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, they'll be hitting each other with bamboo swords in full on.
Give him a broom for being late.
Nah, he'll just get one of the cheaper swords. We're going down the line quality here. No, usually I only have like one or two people at a time. I've never had this many before, so this is great. So, basic stance. So, where you want to point your sword. So, keep your arms relaxed. They don't need to be tense or anything. Just relax, shake it off, shake it out, that kind of good stuff. Basic place you want your sword pointed at your opponent's throat. So, there are three reasons for this. So, hi there. Charles, yes? Excellent. Trying to get people's names down, I promise I'll forget them. So, absolute basics, starting position of how to hold your sword. Left hand down here at the bottom of the handle. Right hand one fist distance above. Feet shoulder width apart. Left foot, the toes of your left foot should line up with the heel of your right foot. And that is the absolute basics. So, where to point your sword is at your opponent's throat. There are three reasons for this. You want to keep your thumb actually wrapped around the handle. This whole thing is just a movie thing. It doesn't actually do anything. Don't put your thumb on the back of the handle. It feels good. It doesn't actually help anything. Yep. So, you point the sword at your opponent's throat for three reasons. First is, if I'm pointing at you, how long is my sword right now?
Impossible to tell.
Exactly!
Oh my god!
That is the reason. That is one of the reasons you point your throat. Because it's a deception thing. If they don't know how long your sword is, you can use that to sneak up on them. Get an idea,
Nope. Yep, that's much easier. It's very hard to tell.
Very hard to tell. So, second reason is you get to use your own sword as a measurement against your opponent. As you start to move in, your sword crosses theirs. You know how long yours is, so you can judge your own distance from there. And the third is the absolute easiest way to take somebody out with a sword is to stab them right in the throat.
Yeah.
Those are your three basic reasons. So, with that stuff, we will get into basic strikes and all of that stuff in just a moment. For now, let's go ahead and we're going to do kojikal, put your sword away. So, flip your sword back, draw it across where you would have a scabbard,
I've seen this.
and put away. Yes. Alright, we're going to get started here. Alright, so, the words we say there, Pilsung is the motto of Jung's Taekwondo here. It means certain victory in Korean. So, we say that at the start and the end of every class, and also for the majority of time when we got each other. So, let's get started with stretching, basic strikes, all of that good stuff. So first, Nirikal, put your sword down. So, you'll kneel down, place your hand here, gently on the pommel, and gently place down. We are nice to our swords, we like our swords, eventually they act like a part of you, so we want to treat them well and with respect.
I'll put this down for a while.
Alright, and then set, we return to basic Kyurumze ready stance.
Warm-up strikes.
So again, hana, do, set, hana, do, set. Duel, you're going to step out. As soon as your right foot hits the ground, you're going to strike out at your head height. Or if you have someone of comparable height in front of you, aim for their head, but please don't hit them. I have few enough students as is, and as Grandmaster Jung says, hospital's that way, graveyard's that way, you pick. Alright, and set back to ready position. Alright. Hana! Do! Forward foot. Set. Top, lower. So, Mori, you're going right here, top of the head. Sanochigi, you're going for anywhere in about this area on the forearm. There's some very important tendons there, and this strike severs most of them. Alright, so three motion. Hana! Do! Down! And yep, you just stop about flat out from your belly button. Set! Back to ready stance. Good. Hana! Do! Move! You're only going to strike from your left side. Also, I'm not teaching you to use a walking stick. I'm teaching you to use a sword. That's okay. Everybody does it. So, first, again, raise the sword above your head on the first count. Second count, you're going to step out 45 degrees. As soon as that right foot hits, come from the left side of your head. Yes, sorry. Come from your left, and you're going to strike. If you have a person in front of you, you're going for right there. Just go right floor.
Chop them in half.
There's a nice soft area between the ribs and the pelvic bone. There's a lot of important stuff there.
I love handles.
Yep. Alright. Yes, don't mind the biology description.
Do not touch. So we're at halftime?
No, I think that was a warm up. How do you?
The notably cool water
I
fountain.
disrespected the blade earlier. That's why the water didn't work.
I want that.
I want master job.
Yeah.
Dude, what are your guys' thoughts?
I broke a little sweat in the warm up, so I'm ready to.
It's toasty warm in here, too. But yeah, this is my Kumdo fit.
This is the motto. Feels like
I didn't know this.
certain.
The whole county, and I'm not sure where we're stopping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know Korean.
Yeah.
This is just called walking stance. It's basic. As if you were walking forward, you can do this. The other important one is called back stance. So you're going to widen your feet a little bit. You're going to make an L shape. So your heels will be on the same line. Make a nice L shape. Your whichever foot is in front should be directly in front. The other foot should be pointed out to the side, and you want to bend your knees.
We still on our toes?
No, you are now flat-footed.
Good question.
Yes.
Good question.
So, back stance is what we do for blocking your ready stance. Good. So, you're going to go into your back stance, you're going to drop your sword down here and cradle it, and then snap upwards. The general basic rule, whichever leg is back, so the handle is going to point that direction. Backwards.
So handle, yeah, toward your back foot.
Yes. and you want it perpendicular in front of you. So,
Up above your
relax your stance. Yep, above your head, and slide this to the side a little bit, and definitely above your head. Ready? Yeah. This is how you defend. Right. So, a big secret to swordsmanship that everyone can figure out if they've paid attention to any anime or video game. There are 9 directions you can be attacked with a sword. That's it. That sounds really simple, but if you think about it, vertical, diagonal, diagonal, horizontal, horizontal, upward diagonal, vertical the other way, and step. 9 directions. Yes.
What if they throw the sword?
They're making a very poor decision.
That's just like a stab.
Okay.
Or it could be a slash.
Yeah.
Okay.
It still only comes from one of those
All
9
right.
directions.
You got me.
Yeah.
Sword.
So, next we're going to teach you the first 2 of the step sparring. However, since Cindy already has her short sword out, I may as well show you what one of those looks like, right?
Yes.
So, what do you want to do? 1, 2, 3, 4.
From the outside.
One flag.
In there.
So, we always start off. We always start off with steps back. This is purely for safety and practice, just to get used to the motion. Because you practice, you guys on live motions all the time, you're never gonna remember. So, this builds up the muscle mass. So, the basics behind what she did there. I struck for her head. A short sword is not going to hold up with one hand, is not going to hold up with the power behind 2 hands. So instead, she decides to be clever, lets me hit her sword, pulls it around her head, adds her own momentum to it, and then hits me in the head.
So.
People bailed on us already. So, alright. So, at first, the basics of it. Raise your sword up in the air. This is just for the sake of practice to show I am the attacker, I'm coming at you, etc. Obviously, that's not how it works in a real sword fight, but if I taught you guys in a real sword fight, I would have way fewer students than I already did. So, then the attacker takes 2 steps forward, 1, 2, and on the 3rd step forward, strikes for the head. Okay?
You're dead.
Basic, right? So, the defender roll to the side, bring your sword up in an accelerate or an exaggerated version of that high block we were in before. Then bring your right foot around, step in and counter attack to the head.
This way.
Ready?
Dude, that was a dodge.
I see that.
That's slow
They get
enough.
very fast. Let's do number 2 as well. You bring that back.
In half. Whoa.
So,
Just like
going in slow motion so you can actually see what's going on. Just tap slow. So what's going to happen, he's going to come for my wrist. I'm dropping my sword down here, stepping to the side, bringing the sword up, and counterattacking to his wrist. Real simple, real basic. It doesn't have to be flashy to be effective.
Wrist defense.
I'm the attacker.
Cut it off.
I'm dead. He's coming off.
They just learned this one like a week ago.
Fish him off. Don't
Alright, and Grayson, you attack the ghost. You're attacking more. Go for the head, bud. Alright.
Just kill the giant.
Alright. So, first pomp and circumstance, everyone sort of away. Get your hit. Can you? Tell your opponents. We like each other. Good. Alright. Now for the last part, sparring demonstration. So, the way I usually run classes, Monday nights are forms and step sparring, Wednesday nights are sparring nights. But since I have a trial class, I figure I'll run this and let my sparring students do what they're going to do. And then Fridays are whatever I feel like, because sometimes I like to, whatever I feel like doing, that's what we'll work on. Sparring is the sports side of Kumdo. What you've been learning up to this point is dueling and battlefield strategy. That is the historically accurate ways of sword fighting, at least that came out of Korea. This is the sports side of things. It's very modern, it's very regulated. There are specific areas to strike, all of that. This is your sports side. So, there are 3 main target areas. First is the head, from temple to temple, because there's a big metal face cage on here. This is solid aluminum. Yeah. For a better example.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Yes. They're good helmets. So, temple to temple, that's your head area. Wrist strike is your forward wrist. So, if your right hand is forward, that becomes the forward wrist. So, and you go for anywhere from here up to the end of the glove, you try to stick in this area. And you strike. That's less padded, so try not to go full bore. You can, but you're going to make your opponent mad. And then last is waist strike, pori, which you see on the armor, there's this nice shiny spot. You have to strike and drag all the way through. If you don't, most tournaments won't count the points. So, those are the 3 main target areas. Some tournaments, but very few anymore, will allow you to strike for the throat, hence this part hanging down here. However, due to the obvious safety concerns with that, most tournaments don't allow it anymore, and that's fair. That's perfectly fair. So, big, and I'm going to give you guys 2 full minutes. Cedar! So it is not just a contest or trying to bludgeon each other, but trying to make openings. Try to figure out a strategy for getting in. Your strikes have to be fairly clean. You can't just beat someone through their sword. Too close.
How blessed are we?
You'll notice they're only mainly going for quick, short strikes. Long slashes aren't part of the sport side of this. Generally, there's no upward motion here because you probably don't want to drive. Oh! Or we can just stand it out. All right, face each other. Good? Good, shake hands, flash swords, be friends. No, all right, so gentlemen, I hope you all had fun. That's my primary goal with this, because if you're going to do something, it may as well be fun, right? For my other students, we have a tournament coming up on March 8th. On Friday, we're going to do tournament form practice and all that. So if you have ideas for tournament forms, show them off then. We will talk about that. We will try to get things ready to go. So you'll see magazine articles and photos from all kinds of places. Those are Grandmaster Jung's old uniforms that he just doesn't wear anymore because, well, that one's all ripped and that kind of stuff. But
Did they rip from battles or like
just training.
sparring?
Just training.
Okay.
Is he still teaching?
Yes, he is.
How old is he?
He is 73.
Wow.
Yes, 73 now.
Dang.
Or sorry, 83.
How many grandmasters are there?
So, for ITF style Taekwondo, I don't know the exact number, but there's a few. Grandmaster comes at 8th degree black belt and higher.
Holy cow.
Yes.
What are you?
I am 3rd right now.
Okay.
Master comes at 4th degree and higher. I'm actually testing for that this June.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you.
Test with.
So, up in Coralville, I rent the space here from Grandmaster Jung, but I work for Grandmaster Lonnie Matthews out of Meter Martial Arts in Coralville. If you've driven along the Coralville Strip, you've seen those like warehouse things that are right there. There's the one that has the sword guy and the kicking dude on it.
Yes.
And there's Taekwondo in the Olympics.
Yes, there is Taekwondo in the Olympics. But they're doing a world level tournament in Anaheim, California here in July. This is only the 2nd time they've done it.
We're on our way home from our first ever Kumdo class. We can now officially say we've studied the blade.
I'm a better man because of it. A lot of moves. I messed up a lot, and that's step one of
You
learning.
disrespected the blade.
I did not realize I was disrespecting the blade, but mine didn't have a handle, and so I had poor thumb position constantly.
And
I
it's not a
rested.
walking
I
stick.
rested.
It's not a walking stick.
I was trying too hard. I had to tuck it out.
Sensei Dan is going to compete in the
Worlds
World
in
Championship
Anaheim.
to become the GOAT of Kumdo.
And he's my goat.
He's my GOAT. I pray for him. He's competing in weapons, jump kicking, and power kicking. You said a lot of stuff. So
It's 3. And I don't know why he can't sweep it.
yeah, I think Sensei Dan has got it. If you're a gambling man, put money on Sensei
Sprinkle.
Dan.
I'll say sprinkle responsibly.
Don't bet more than you can afford to lose.
But maybe make a lot. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Other than that,
I had a blast.
I had a blast. It was, a relatively low impact, low calorie burn workout because it was a lot of teaching today.
Mhm.
So
If you get to the point of sparring, it looks like it would be
exhausting.
and exhilarating is what I was going to say.
They were ripping each other.
The freaking, look how good my mask is. And you just bang!
Yeah.
That made me jump.
Yeah, I jumped a lot. I was not ready for this.
Not a lot of blades coming at me in my day-to-day, but that was super fun.
In conclusion, I give Dan 5 out of 5 seasons.
5 out of 5.
Sensei Dan.
Sensei Dan. I think he should do like group events. Like your work should go there.
That'd be sick.
Team
I would
building.
love to do team building where I just rip on people with the Kumdo blade.
Yeah, that'd be a blast. So.
But yeah, 5 out of 5 seasons. Thank you, Sensei Dan. We
Thank
very
you
much
for
appreciate
thank you for inviting us. That was so fun.